What are you avoiding that would help you to grow the most? We have a quote by Judy Garland. Always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of someone else. The someone else for you would be who you've been programmed to be. The brainwashing, the fact that you feel like you feel like a Joker energy to me. It's like somebody that is very controlling. There's going to be some OCD tendency type behavior around. When that happens, it's when somebody was very controlling around you, so it led you to feel like you don't have control. So your way of gaining control is through your physical world. You tend to want control over your physical world, and that helps you to be able to feel like you're in control. But the thing about this is, if anything in your physical world changes, then straight away you feel that you don't have control again. So your control is very volatile. This is about being the first-rate version of yourself, true to yourself, working from your higher self. I love that the time for me is 1, 2, 3, 4. That the time for me is 12:34. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel like you are moving. You know, I said you feel like the Joker. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It does feel very heavily over. And the thing is, it's not just you that's programmed. We're all programmed. Every single one of us is programmed. Between 0 to 7, we're programmed. Our parents program us. TV programs us, society programs us, our communities program us, school programs us. It's all about programming. But what happens is, as we've been programmed in these mindsets, then there's certain things that happen as you get older and older and older in your experiences that compound the belief system of this 0 to 7. So this is now about you working on these programmings that you've experienced. Your one especially is around control. It is especially around control. It is about you getting that control within yourself rather than needing it outside yourself. When you feel the need to control something physically around you, question it. Why do I need this control? What will happen if I don't have this control? What can go wrong if I don't have this control? And even if something goes wrong, is it a problem or is it okay? Is it like going to be the most devastating thing to me, or is it manageable? Would I be able to live with it? The majority of things you can live with. You will be able to live with almost all of it. All of it. If not all of it, you will be able to live with all of it. But it's that moment of when you feel that need for control, bringing yourself to conscious awareness. Because when we're used to doing things within control, it means that we're reacting. We're always reacting towards what we're experiencing. When you're bringing yourself to the conscious awareness, it means that instead of reacting, you will now stop for that second and question what it is that you need to question. Do I need this control? If I don't have this control, then what's the worst that can happen to me? Maybe I should focus on breathing. Maybe I should just count to 5 or 10, and then I can gain that control back within myself rather than needing to react to this situation. It's about having those types of conversations with yourself so that you're creating something different in how you respond. This says shorter breaths, a heavy smoker. I feel like this message within relation to, I can say, I can, because the calabash for me is always from spirit, so I can say that you have someone with you that was a heavy smoker. That person wants to be acknowledged. But outside of that, within this message, with this particular message for you, it can relate to you being a smoker, but how I can relate it the most is, you know, a smoker is a habit. Smoking is a habit, and it's a habit that you keep falling back to. So basically it's like a message of you keep falling back to old habits. So you were asking, what can you avoid? It's avoiding these habits that you have. It's not avoiding them. Avoiding anything doesn't make sense, because when you avoid something, your attention is on that something. So it's not really about avoiding. It would be, the better question would be, what can you bring your awareness to that will help you to grow? Because change comes from the awareness of something, not the avoidance of something. The avoidance is you don't want to look at it. The awareness is, okay, I'm ready to look at this and I'm ready to do something to create a change around this. Because once we're aware of something, change automatically comes. Whether you actually put energy into it or not, change will come just because of the awareness. So the heavy smoker, it is a habit. So once you start paying attention to your habits, then I feel like it will create a big difference in your growth, in what you feel the need to control. Also, shortness of breath. When we're in control, when we feel the need for control, anxiety can come out of us. Panic can come out of us. That is a shortness of breath. So I feel like when you're in that anxiety, when you're in that panic, be aware of yourself. Be aware of what it is that's going on around you. Be aware of how you're feeling, and whether that feeling that you're feeling actually, not whether it makes sense, because it will make sense to you because it's coming from where you've been, but does it make sense to where you are? That's the difference. Your panic makes sense to where you've been before, to the experience that you've experienced before. That's where it's coming from. But who are you now? And does it make sense to the experience that you're experiencing now, the situation that you're in now? Does it call upon this type of panic, this type of anxiety, this habit that you've experienced? Does it need all of that? Does it warrant all of that, what you're experiencing now? Because when we get anxious and there's panic and that type of emotions, well, anxiety is going to the future. Panic is coming from the past. You're likely to more experience panic because of the control. Control is from the past, not the future. You're wanting to control the future, but it's because of your past that you're wanting to control the future. So it's more likely to produce in you panic. So when you feel those moments of panic, understand, number one, you're simply looking for a place to have that control. And your panic is that lack of what you're feeling of control. Remind yourself, I am in control of myself. I am calm. I am clarity. I am adaptable. I am versatile. I am malleable. I can change. I am open to change. I am changing. I am peace. Whatever it is that you need to help you in that moment, and focus on your breath. Take breaths, because when short of breath is short deep breaths, is short shallow breaths, sorry. This is not getting enough oxygen to the body to be able to focus. It's not getting enough oxygen to be able to see in clarity. So focus on your breaths. Do that little bit of work instead of reacting. It will make a big difference to how you move forward.